We do want to bring in now someone who knows what a tragedy like this does to a community. Former Newtown, Connecticut police captain during the Sandy Hook Elementary shooting, Christopher Vanghele. Thank you so much for making the time to speak with us.
Thank you for having me.
I know you were part of the team that entered Sandy Hook Elementary School when 27 students and teachers were killed. I can only imagine how something like that stays with you. What memories do days like today bring up for you personally?
Well, obviously my first thought, goes out to the victims, and, the families of the victims that were left behind. The people that commit these atrocities are not just, taking certain victims. They're affecting an entire community, an entire state, an entire country. And, for each person that loses their lives, there's dozens and dozens of other people that have to live on and bear the consequences of that tragedy. And I also, of course, think about the police officers and law enforcement and other first responders that went to there. Lewiston is 45 thousand people, something like that. It's probably a very small police department, and every single member of that police department has a role in this particular incident. Whether they were first on scene, second on scene, now they're dealing with the aftermath. On top of that, they have to go out there and protect their community just like they've done, for years previously. And they're affected by what they saw, and they'll continue to be affected. So my thoughts and feelings go out to them as well.
How does this change a small and closely knit community, and how does it change the law enforcement officers who are tasked with going into these situations, the medical personnel who are tasked with dealing with the influx of people who are injured and unfortunately dead?
No, I can probably say that they were. You can never be really prepared for an incident like this, but because of the shootings that occurred in this country in the past, most law enforcement agencies in the country have at least thought it's a possibility, and they've trained for it and have the right equipment. So I'm sure their response was right on point. They got there on scene and did exactly what they were supposed to do as professionals. But it does change them. They now have to look at taking care of one another's needs in terms of some of the things they're going to be going through, like anxiety and depression and PTSD that may set in. But I can guarantee a very strong knit community as well. I've heard that from listening to some of the guests that you've had on. I can guarantee they're going to come together. They're going to support one another as a community, and they're going to mourn the losses, of course. But I think that they're going to rely on each other, and they're going to be strong.
Yeah.
In the face of this.
This search, this manhunt is quite different, of course, from what you experienced in Connecticut. Can you tell us what police will be faced with in Maine as we're looking at this live picture at the upper left side of the viewer's screen right now? This area about 20 miles away from the shooting, we're seeing a potential staging area here, and also how densely wooded this area is.
I mean, you look at the fact that, in half of these cases, the person who is the shooter commits suicide. This particular individual, for some reason, I think had a plan. I think he targeted these two specific places. And we don't know why at this point. I can guarantee law enforcement probably has a good reason. They have information for why he went to these specific areas and why he fled, and where they're setting up. It could be he has land in that area. It could be a favorite fishing spot. They have information, obviously, we do not have at this point, to point them in a direction of where they can start a manhunt. And so I can guarantee he's going to get caught. It's not a question of if, it's a question of when. And when he does get caught, then it's going to be a situation where maybe there's going to be a standoff. Maybe at that point he decides to end his own life, or perhaps he wants to shoot it out with law enforcement and try to have a suicide by cop situation.
Well,
but it's very dangerous because it's unpredictable.
Very dangerous indeed. What can police expect with a suspect like this, given his background? He is heavily armed, potentially, with an assault rifle at least. He is former military with the training he has.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to bring in federal partners. Obviously, the request for help went all the way up to the president's office. And they're going to have ATF, they're going to have FBI, they're going to have Homeland Security, fugitive task forces out there. They're going to have drones and all types of equipment to try to track this person down. At this point, they already know what weapons he owns. They've already tried to figure out where he bought these weapons, what he has with him, any vehicles he has listed to him, what he might have with him. And so, they have some knowledge, but again, there's a lot of unknowns with this. If he's just simply driving around and he's in a car and some unsuspecting officer makes a motor vehicle stop, you could have another tragedy on your hands. So it's very important to try to have that person located as soon as possible, and to have teams like the teams you see that are fully equipped, like SWAT teams and emergency response teams, so that they have enough firepower to deal with that person.
Okay. Christopher Vanghele, appreciate you. Thank you so much for speaking with us today.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.